God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Honorable colleagues, can we give him a standing ovation? Thank you. The DS, I don't know whether you want to say a word or two to our outgoing clerk. If you don't, the leader of the House will lead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Benjamin Okeze-Carlo. Represent the great people of Nigeria, starting from Ben, the Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia State. This morning is a morning of mixed feelings. Mixed feelings because a man we consider young enough to keep serving started very early, has paid his dues to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We wish this young man had more time to keep serving. But we are happy that he served meritoriously, satisfactorily, efficiently, well. We say so, Mr. Speaker, because we work with him closely. We monitored his dedication. We monitored his attention to details. His humility was infectious. All assignment given to him was with diligence. We're going to miss you within the 4 walls of this chamber. But we know that though you are retiring today, you are not tired. I was just whispering to the leader beside me. I said, "Leader, this man is not supposed to be retiring now. He's too young." And leader said, "Yes, but he started serving early." It is the duty of this nation to leverage the resources that is found in you, which the nation also has helped to prepare you in serving institutions like this. Go back to your village now and start tapping wine is not what we expect from the resources we have poured into you. So there must be a way where people like you will be engaged to keep serving institutions like us so that the investment we have made so far will not be a waste. And it's a call for people to decide what they want to do early in life and embrace it. You did that. You walked that path. And today, you've reached the destination with pride. The message to young people is, don't sit on the fence. You want to be in the public service? Join early. And when you join, make sure that your track record is clean. We are proud for the services you have rendered to us. And we look forward, both as members of this parliament and as citizens of Nigeria, to see you again in another role, discharging with this your attitude of not looking at tongues and tribe and religion. You have been very unbiased the way you approach our issues. Managing 360 constituencies, making sure we are well documented, that everybody's opinion was captured. It's not an easy job to do. Thank you, our clerk. Thank you very much. And we look forward to shaking hands again when we say congratulations for the new role that I know this nation will assign to you. Thank you and God bless you.
House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I will just add a footnote to what my brother, the DS, said. A few days ago, I called him and I said, I want to constitute a panel to investigate your CV. He said, why? I said, because I don't think you are up to the age to retire. Why are you adding to your years when most people are using axe to cut their years? He said, no, it was time, and it was time to go. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I have worked with him before he became, I worked with him before he became clerk, and since he became clerk. We also worked together on the Rivers State ad hoc committee to manage the state of emergency. In him, I found not just an intelligent man, but one who has focus, commitment, dedication, efficiency, capacity, and capability. He is a man who pays attention not just to details, but ensure that the right details and the proper things are done. It's not easy to work in a place like this and live with a reputation that is telling and intact just the way you present it to people. And when you meet him outside the National Assembly, you never see him frown his face, complain, or grumble. Even when you go to his home, I've been to his home once at 11:30. He even came outside to meet me outside the gate. And I think that kind of commitment to duty, that sense of nation, that sense of mission, that commitment to producing the best results for a collective community like ours needs to be valued, respected, and rewarded. My brother, I want to wish you well. I want to assure you that we'll remain colleagues and friends. Yesterday evening, I called you to ask you to confirm the number of APC members when this house was inaugurated and now. He didn't say, Oga, I'm leaving tomorrow. Why are you calling me? He said, I will look into it and get it back to you right away. That is the kind of man he is. I forgot he was leaving today. And I'm sure I may still call you tomorrow for information. And I will continue to call you. And rest assured, I share the sentiment that here, that whether I continue to do everything possible to draw on your experience, on your knowledge, on your dedication, on your patriotism. I've never seen you look at left, right, and say, oh, this man is from my state, is from the north, is from the south. That's the kind of Nigerian we need. Whatever it is that has built this sense of nation in you, continue to keep it going. May God bless you. May God open new paths for you, and may you continue to shine, and may good things come your way now and always. Thank you for serving us. Thank you for being a good Nigerian. We wish you all the very best as you move on. Thanks.
Thank you, Prof. The Minority Whip to speak on behalf of the Minority Caucus.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My very respected, honorable colleagues, I remain Ali Issa, JC, PhD, representing Balanga Biliri Federal Constituency in Gombe State. Mr. Speaker, today, just like my leader, the Deputy Speaker, has said, it's not a day of celebration. All of us, even though we are happy, Dr. Yahya Danzari, a PhD, who was born in 1966 and served in various capacities in the National Assembly. He has served the House of Representatives in so many committees, which include House Services and other relevant committees. Before, in the 9th Assembly, when he took over as an acting clerk, when Dr. Patrick Giwa, who was the clerk of the House of Representatives, retired. Today, you can see the National Assembly staff, including the former clerk of the National Assembly. All of them have gathered here to celebrate him because he's one of the best committed and dedicated staffs of the National Assembly. He's someone just like what Prof have said, a committed man, no matter how tension, even in the chambers or in his office, he is always calm and he will always do the right thing. We in the House of Representatives, both the minorities and all of us, are also proud of him, and we will continue to pray that may God continue to open more ways for him. May this be the opening of more opportunities for him. Dr. Yaya Danzaria, popularly known as Danzaria, even though he's from Kebbi State, not from Zaria, he has shown total commitment to the services of the National Assembly. And on behalf of all of us, we wish him long life and we wish him success in the future. Thank you and God bless you, sir. And we also welcome our former clerk of the National Assembly, who has also joined us. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Ali Jason. Honorable Miriam.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker.
We'll just take three more contributions and then we round up, please.
Distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Miriam Odinaka Onoaha. I represent Isi Alambano, Onimo, Okigwe Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this morning I rise to lend my voice with other speakers to blow this glowing tribute to our amazing departing clerk of the House. I would not say that I am happy, but I am happy that this valedictory session is being held in his honor while he is alive. I am happy that this chamber is celebrating one of Nigeria's finest. And I am happy to be associated with your person, our dear clerk, Dr. Yaya Danzaria, who would stop at nothing to attend to every and any issue you bring to his notice. In my own capacity as a chairman of committee, I remember severally that I have met with him on issues that needed his counseling and wise advice as to how to take on the challenges and activities of the committee in line with set rules. And he has not relented in doing that. Let me commend you for being a present clerk, present to your duties and to the members of this House of Representatives. I can't remember any time you place a call to this man and he would not pick. If he doesn't take your call, give him a few seconds or minutes later. Dr. Danzaria will call you back and he will start with, "I am sorry." And this uncommon dedication to service and humility, I see and I pray that it will take you places higher than you are here now. I want to join my colleagues to pray for you. And I pray that this nation would not just allow this your brain and contribution to go unrewarded. Before you get your national honors, let me be the mouthpiece of this House and confer on you an honor of distinguished and accomplished clerk of the century from this 10th House of Representatives that you have midwifed. And you didn't just birth this 10th Assembly, you stood with us, you watched us grow, you nurtured our infant steps, and you are here with us even as this assembly comes to a gradual wind down. Let me, on behalf of the good people of Nigeria and the All Progressives Congress that I am a proud member of, extend our willing hands to invite you to a party that will not only give you a platform to shine, but I promise you that these 2027 coming elections, you are ripe. And with this knowledge you have gathered, as a go-to as institutional memory. The party and this nation will need you to go and vie. If a political appointment will take longer to come, we will support you and pray that you will run and win election, and so that you continue to serve this nation. Under APC, you have our support. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you again. Yes, we'll promote him. He is good.
Thank you, Honorable Miriam. My brother, go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, my name is Right Honorable Obi Agocha. I represent the great people of Iguano, Umuahia North, and Umuahia South Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia, the home state that was adjudged by UNDP to be the best state in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy to stand today to talk about, or lend my voice about Barrister Dan Zaria. I remember when I first came, how he nurtured me, told me about the do's and don'ts, and what he did to me has remained an immeasurable impact, not just for me, but for my service to my people, my service to Nigeria. I actually agree with my colleague Miriam Onoha. Dr. Dan Zaria needs to seek political appointment or election. And for that, I'll be the first to say he should run for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Maybe then we can be singing on his mandate we stand. Mr. Dan Zaria, your remarkable journey in public service, in my view, is marked with integrity, leadership, and compassion. Mr. Dan Zaria, you have shown the unique spirit of the love for God and country. You have served us with dignity, and I pray God that the Almighty God will continue to endear you in his comfort and bless your family as you move forward. Thank you for your service and sacrifice to the people of Nigeria.
Honorable Sada.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Sada Soli Jibia, representing Jibia Kaita Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, let me speak on a person that I've known in the corridors of the National Assembly for the last 30 good years. Dan Zaria is my colleague in the National Assembly, so also Ali JC is my colleague in the National Assembly in the service of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Dan Zaria exemplifies dedication, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to the ideals of legislative engineering. For those of us that know him, we know he has those attributes. That's why I'm not surprised he sat on that chair. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we reflect with pride and gratitude to his tenure, which marked by integrity, institutional memory, and exemplary administrative leadership. Mr. Speaker, throughout his years of service to this institution, he served as a custodian of the House, the procedures, our tradition, and the values, ensuring continuity and the stability to the adherence of the ideals of this institution. Mr. Speaker, let me congratulate Dan Zaria for a meritorious service and career to the service of this country. I congratulate you and I wish you the best in your future endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sada. Before I call on Honorable Stanley, please permit me to recognize the presence of our former clerk of the National Assembly, and a former clerk of the House of Representatives in the person of Alhaji San Omolori. Alhaji, you are welcome. Good to see you again. Honorable Stanley.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker, the Ian Jazao, my respected colleagues. I remain Honorable Adedeji Stanley Olajide. I represent the people of Ibadan, Northwest, Southwest Federal Constituency of your state. Mr. Speaker, there is a saying that you take the bow when the ovation is loud. Danzaria, I'm very happy for you that you are taking a bow when the ovation is loud. You're not sick, you're well cerebral. You're taking your steps to the next level. We appreciate your service. I take a cue after every single one of the speakers that have spoken before me. But let me highlight two qualities that will remain with me for the rest of my days: your calmness and result-oriented attitude. There is never a time that anybody call you, including myself, that you have not delivered on expectation. Thank you. We might not necessarily thank you enough today, but I'm sure as you proceed to your next level, because I know this is not the last, inshallah, you will move on to greater heights. But as you go along, give us a bit of knowledge transfer. You've gathered so much wealth of knowledge. Please, pour those knowledge out. Use it to counsel. Use it to help nurture some of the other talents that are coming behind you. We want to thank you for your service to the nation, and may Allah continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Stanley. Comrade, how many comrades do we have? Let me look from this side. Comrade Mark, you want to speak? Oh, he is not? I've always thought that he is a comrade. Thank you for the correction. Whatever the title is, deep inside me, I believe that he acts and behaves like one. So I recognize him to speak. And you will be the second to the last. We'll take one more and then move on, please. Thank you.
Thank you, the People's Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Mark is my name, speaking for the good people of Uyo, Oran, Saratai, and Ibesi Bosutan Federal Constituency. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. The Speaker stands this afternoon to lend my few words of appreciation to a gentleman, an administrator, humility personified, standing before us. Our outgoing clerk. Meeting this man roughly 2 years now, since we came in, from the time of our orientation till now. A man with 360 degrees, 360 experience from 360 federal constituency. Never tired of attending to our issues. Call him by 12 midnight, he will pick your call. Sir, if all members are given the opportunity to speak of your good deeds, definitely everyone will have one or two things to say about you. Your character, your personality, today has given some of us opportunity to reflect on our lives and our services. That in life, everything that has a beginning will surely have an end. You came in as a young civil servant. You've done your best in the advancement of the democratic and legislative principles of Nigeria. You've left your footprints in the sands of time. We're going to miss you. Your advice, your wise counsel, but our consolation is that those wise counsels you gave some of us that came in contact with you is what will help us in the discharge of our responsibilities. And to our colleagues that are here and the staff of the National Assembly, and no matter the years we spend, probably like our landlord here, our leader, Honorable Dogowa, that one day, you will step aside. And the question is, what will I be remembered of? Our outgoing clerk is known for his humility, his integrity, his forthrightness. Let us take a clue that no matter the years of our service in these shallow chambers, one day we'll be called to reckoning. What will we be remembered of? I join my colleagues to appreciate your person, and I pray God that has given you the wisdom to follow the affairs. You were not found wanting in the discharge of your responsibility, that He will grant you more open doors and cause you to celebrate your retirement in peace. Congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations. Thank you.
Honorable Jaha, you will be the last to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm a Jaha Chibok Dambo, Goza Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, whenever there is a valedictory session, when and wherever the need arises, the valedictory session impacts not only to the celebrants, but to whoever celebrates the celebrant. And you have 3 important days in your life as human being: the day you were born, the day you die, and the day you are being celebrated. Today, Tanzania, you are being celebrated, and is the self-actualization stage an individual can reach or achieve as a human being before meeting his Almighty God. Dr. Tanzania, as we are all aware, is the 3rd clerk whom I have the privilege of working together in this chamber. And to the best of my knowledge, is the most humble, the most loyal, the most reliable, and the most committed clerk I have ever seen throughout my 20 years cognate experience in the work of legislation. As a matter of fact, I have never, and that can be attested to everybody, I have never placed a call to Tanzania regardless of the time. Tanzania cannot pick that particular call and answer me appropriately. And I believe applicable to almost everybody in this chamber. So, sir, we are not only celebrating Tanzania today, we are celebrating all those that openly or subliminally have contributed to his success, particularly Dr. Barrister Alhaji Sani Atabu Omolori, that has not only coached legislative staff, but mentored most of them along the ladder to be who they are, and today we are celebrating one of the competent hands he has trained. So in other words, it's not how long have you been in the system, but how many people have you succeeded in mentoring. That's the most important thing. So we thank you very much for serving not only the National Assembly, for serving not only Nigeria, but serving the legislative industry all over the world. We thank you very much, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jaha. With your comments, we have come to the end of this session. Only to add that, Clerk, you are a very lucky man. A house of 360. I've never seen a situation where almost the whole entire 360 will speak one language. Everyone speaks something good about you. That tells who you are. And that tells what you will be in the future. What we want to inform you today is that we don't want to miss you. I think the DS and the leader of the House have said it clearly. We would want to see you involved one way or the other in the affairs of the House. We will decide in due course what kind of responsibility, what kind of role you play to help support the institutional memory of this institution. Thank you so much for the service you have rendered to humanity, to the House, to Nigeria as a whole. And wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Good luck and best wishes to you. I would want to invite the members of leadership to come and take a picture with our clerk so that we'll have a piece of history to keep, not only in our homes, but in our offices. Please, all members of leadership, including zonal caucus leaders, if you are a Sardauna of any region, you are also invited to join because of the years of service you must have spent. Only Sardauna of a particular region, please join. Barrister Aladisani, please join us. You can stand on this level with your boy. After this picture, DCNA, please can you join us?
You can separate the name.
Yes, very.
Speaker, you can separate the name.
Certainly.
Yes. The two of them goes together.
Can you come to the middle, please? Better. Can the new clerk and his deputies join us, please? Leader of the House, Leader, please can you move for us to suspend our rules to go into executive session?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Professor Julius Ihovere, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that we suspend the relevant rules and for the House to move into executive session. I so move.
Honorable Ali Madaki, please, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion that the House do dissolve into executive session. I do second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. House has resolved into executive session.
Members kindly. Members kindly take your seats.
Please, can we find our seats? Honorable Ali, you are the monitor. Honorable colleagues, any member with petition? Any member with petition, please?
Honorable members, hello?
Petition.
Honorable members, please.
Command Makodi
Minority Leader.
and the Commander 151 Base Command of Nigeria Air Force Makodi. The petition is against the sustained physical assault, land grabbing, destruction of farm
Members, silence, please. Silence.
Honorable Bello A. Kawoje, Kogunam Gwandu, and Latin Borgu, Chairman, Committee of Agricultural Protection and Services. Honorable Bello, please rise and move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My respected colleagues, my name is Honorable Bello Kaoje. I represent the good people of Bagudo and Suru Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kebbi State. Mr. Speaker, I came under Order 8, Rule 5, for the House to suspend its relevant rule to allow me to take this motion, both the first leg and the second leg of the motion.
Honorable David, can you second the first leg?
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I still remain Ogel David Agada, member representing Oju Obi Federal Constituency. I'm from Benue State, the food basket of the nation, and a proud Igede son. I rise this afternoon to second this proposed matter of urgent public importance as raised by my honorable colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Second leg, you are not on your seat. Shetima. Even though Shetima, I'm also doubting. I know you used to sit here. When did you change your seat?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Your Excellency. I remain Lawan Shetima Ali, representing Bursari Gaidem, Unusari Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion, the second leg of the motion, as ably moved by my colleague. I so second, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against you say nay. That is have it. Honorable Kaoje, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My colleagues, I still remain Honorable Kaoje, representing the good people of Bagudo and Suru. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kebbi State. Mr. Speaker, the motion is urgent need to investigate the releases of intervention funds received from the development partners.
Professor Lillian.
Support
Honorable
to the
Professor
National
Lillian.
Agricultural Growth Scheme, Agro Packet, and Food Security Emergency
Honorable
Support
Dennis.
Law
Honorable Dennis.
to the implementing agencies. Mr. Speaker, the House notes that shortly after his inauguration into the office, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on Thursday, July 13, 2023, declared a state of emergency on food security. Aware that in addition to funding effort by the Nigerian government, a lot of agricultural intervention were received through the effort of several development partners, all aimed at boosting agricultural production. Informed that sometime in February 2023, Nigeria negotiated with the African Development Bank, AFDB, and signed an agreement for 25 years tenure loan to support national agricultural USD. The front and Speaker also informed that Growth Scheme and Agro Packet project account at the Central Bank of Nigeria, leaving the balance of 55,295,810,075 kobo outstanding undisbursed. The plan is for the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, National Agricultural Growth Scheme and Agro Packet NAGS project to honor its obligation to the agro dealers that provide agricultural input to 208 season program and distribution negotiated with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, and signed a loan agreement on or about the 24 April 2024 for the Food Security Emergency Support Loan for an amount not exceeding 15 billion Japanese yen. Informed that on about 25 March 2025, the Japanese International Cooperation Agency, JICA, disbursed the sum of 12 billion Japanese yen, less front-end fee of 0.02%, equivalent to $78,778,800, which represent 118,955,186,000 to the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation as the first tranche. The plan is for the Federal Ministry of Agro Packet NAGS project to implement the support for 550,000 smallholder farmers who will subsidize critical agricultural input for rice, maize, soybeans, and cassava value chain under the 2025 wet season and 2025-2026 dry season farming. Mr. Speaker, worried that the respective funds for farm input were time-bound for the 2024-2025 dry season farming.
Dr. Zainab, can you get seated because you will second this particular motion, please? Please get seated and get ready, please.
Mr. Speaker, RBF, but cannot be disbursed due to the non-implementation of the intervention fund, which the fund already be disbursed and commence the implementation targeted activities under the Japanese International Cooperation Agency, JICA loan project commencing from the forthcoming 2025-2026 dry and wet season program. Mr. Speaker, resolved to investigate the circumstances leading to the non-releases of this sum, 55 billion 295,810,075 kobo to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, an agro-packet NACS project program from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation, being some assets from the African Development Bank to support the National Agricultural Growth agro-packet program project. Mr. Speaker, investigate the circumstances leading to the non-releases of the sum of 118 billion funds made that was released from the JICA, and the fund was unable to be released to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture for the implementation of the said project. The funds still remain under the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation. Mr. Speaker, 2025 wet season and 2025/2026 dry season farming. Mr. Speaker, the House mandated the Committee on Agricultural Production Services to carry out an investigation into the circumstance leading to the non-releases of this intervention fund and report back to the House in 2 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Who wants to second? So, Bapa, you have, you think he's a perfect person to do this. God bless you. I think there is no better person that qualify to second this motion. Dr. Zainab Gimba, can you kindly second this very important motion? And please express clearly the constituencies you are representing.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Dr. Zainab Gimba. I represent Bamangala Kalabalge Federal Constituency, and I wish to let this House know equally that I don't know if Mr. Speaker is listening.
Hold on. It is very important. Honorable Zainab, I'm waiting for you.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. The Ian Zazzau, the only one in Nigeria being my wali, I happen to be also a constituent. Zaria also is my second constituency.
Tell the truth, Doctor.
And that is why, Mr. How? Okay, maybe you will ask Honorable.
Distract you.
Yeah, the third constituency is the Suru Bagudu. That is the third one. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to humbly and most respectfully.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Agricultural Production and Services for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, the next motion is coming from no other than our one and only Honorable Igariwe Iduma Enwom, member representing Afikpo North South Federal Constituency of Ebonyi State. Honorable Igariwe, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And my very respected colleagues, I'm Right Honorable Igariwe Iduma Enwom. I represent the good people of Afikpo and Eda Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, I'm a very proud Ebonyi man. Mr. Speaker, I come this morning with a matter of urgent public importance pursuant to Order 8, Rule 5.2 of our House rules. Mr. Speaker, I bring this on my behalf and on behalf of the Southeast Caucus of this 10th House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker, this motion is titled, Need to Investigate the Ugly and Discriminatory Practices in the Recruitment of Resident Doctors by the Chief Medical Director of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. Mr. Speaker, the gist of the motion is that this federal institution has decided to reject fresh graduates who are supposed to do their mandatory one-year housemanship on grounds of their state of origin. The Chief Medical Director is insisting that only indigents from his state will be admitted. This is in spite of the fact that this is a federal institution. So, Mr. Speaker, we are convinced that this is in very gross violation of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So in the circumstance, Mr. Speaker, we pray this House to consider and approve this matter as one of urgent public importance. And secondly, Mr. Speaker, to suspend Order 8, Rule 5.3 to allow debate on this matter forthwith. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Gaza.
Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, my name is Gaza Jonathan Befi, and I represent the people of Karu Kefi, Kokona Federal Constituency of Nasarawa State, and I remain a horse rider, a member of the Social Democratic Party, the SDP. I rise to second this all-important motion bordering on the federal character principle that is enshrined in our Constitution, that this matter is important and it be given the necessary attention it requires, as moved by my colleague, Honorable Igariwe from Iboyin. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Second leg of the motion. Honorable Abiente.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my very distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I represent Andoni Opupu Nkora Federal Constituency. Our G. Nombeg Dagomie Abiente is the name. Mr. Speaker, I rise to the second leg, which implies that this motion is terribly, terribly important, and it should be considered now, because it has very great, the allegations are correct. Find a way to ameliorate them before they escalate. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and my colleagues. I second.
By the Chief Medical Director of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. Mr. Speaker, the House notes that the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital is a component of the University of Calabar, a federal institution that was established as a center of excellence in learning and in conduct. Mr. Speaker, the House also knows that recent disturbing reports in the print, electronic, and social media that the Chief Medical Director of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, Professor Ikpeme, rejected a list of 17 newly graduated medical doctors posted to the institution by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, NMDC, that's the regulatory body of teaching hospitals, for one-year mandatory housemanship. Disturbed that the Chief Medical Director of the UCTH, Professor Ikpeme, rejected the entire list of 17 names on the ground that 15 of the 17 names are of Igbo extraction. Mr. Speaker, informed that in spite of entreaties from the National Association of Resident Doctors of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital and the Nigerian Medical Association Cross River Branch, Professor Ikpeme has stood his ground to reject the list on account of the high number of Igbo applicants therein. Alarmed that by rejecting a bona fide list of medical doctors sent to him by the regulatory body, that's the Nigerian Medical and Dental Council, on ground of tribe and region, Professor Ikpeme is in dangerous violation of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that seeks to protect citizens from discrimination on account of tribe and tongue. Concerned that Professor Ikpeme's conduct is further compounding the challenges confronting our healthcare system and the efforts of the current administration, being that Nigeria's fragile healthcare system is facing a critical manpower deficit, as the number of licensed doctors has dropped to about 40,000, far below the estimated 300,000 needed to adequately serve Nigeria's sector, and more importantly, further fractures the delicate ethnic fault lines of our mandate the Committee on Health Institutions to immediately commence investigation of the allegations contained in this motion and report back to the House within 4 weeks to ensure he does not interfere with the investigation to be conducted by the Committee on Health Institutions. Mr. Speaker, my
of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Health Institutions for further legislative action. The last but not Tarmua, Gushba, Gulani, Federal Constituency of Ebe State. Honorable Khadija, you have.
On a motion on the urgent need to address the escalating poverty and hunger recovery in the Northeast.
Haja Khadija Bukar, I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Second leg of the motion. Any seconder to the second leg? My dear sister, at least support one of your own.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Right Honourable Speaker. I remain Omoste Gabriela Igbenedion, representing the good people of Ovia Northeast and Southwest Federal Constituency of Edo State. I wish to support the second leg of this motion as ably moved.
That the research below the national poverty line, with projections suggesting this figure could reach about 141 million by 2026 due to economic pressures, including inflation and weak growth. Also notes that Nigeria also faces a severe food security challenge, with the United Nations World Food Programme projecting around 35 million Nigerians will face severe food insecurity in 2026, the highest on the African continent. Aware that millions of Nigerians are unable to afford basic food items and essential services, thereby aggravating food insecurity and malnutrition, especially among women, children, the elderly, and the internally displaced persons. Aware, cognizant that the northeast region of Nigeria is predominantly agrarian, with crop production and livestock farming serving as the main source of livelihood, but for several years, farming activities were severely hindered due to insurgency, displacement of rural populations, destructions of farmlands, and loss of productive assets. Worried that although security has improved in many parts of the Northeast, a large number of farmers remain unable to resume full agricultural activities
due to lack of access to inputs, financing, extension services, irrigation facilities, storage, and rural infrastructure necessary for agricultural recovery. Further worried that failure to fully reintegrate displaced farmers into existing agricultural recovery and food security initiatives will continue to entrench poverty, hunger, and dependency in the region, with negative implications for national food sufficiency, economic stability, and peace-building efforts. Resolves to urge the federal government, in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 99 as amended, to strengthen and harmonize ongoing national poverty reduction, food security, and post-conflict agricultural recovery initiatives with deliberate focus on agrarian communities affected by insecurity. Mandate the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, in collaboration with relevant MDAs and aid to mainstream farmers in the North, mandate the appropriate committee of the House to intensify oversight on agricultural recovery, poverty alleviation, and food security interventions, particularly in conflict-affected regions, and report back to the House with recommendations to ensure transparency, inclusiveness, and measurable impact. 4, mandate the Northeast Development Commission to provide succor to these people with immediate effect. And consequently, Your Excellency, I'm proposing that this House does look at this situation and please offer their support. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, honorable colleagues.
Thank you, Honorable Khadija Waziri Bukar A. Ibrahim. Any seconder to this motion? Honorable Bapa.
Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished colleagues, my name is Aliu Bafa Misau, representing the good people of Misau Dambon Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, being sold at less than 18,000. A bag of beans is being sold probably at 50,000. Mr. Speaker, no farmer could go back to the farm because on the input side. I could recall, while I was a manager, I was the executive chairman of a fertilizer blending company. We were, but sir, distinguished
agriculture. Sorry, is referred to the committees of the. Oh, you didn't even recommend any committee. You just leave it appropriate. So which committee are you recommending? Because here you only said appropriate. So what does that mean by appropriate? NEDC only, or one of the committees? Production?
Leads.
Pardon?
The committee that Honorable Kaoje leads.
So that is agricultural production.
Productions.
And
yes.
Services, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So this motion is referred to the committees on NEDC and agricultural production and services for further legislative action. You're welcome. Honorable colleagues, the first order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 58,472,386,000 628,944,759 naira only, of which 4,97,381,103,856 naira only is for statutory transfers. 15,909,361,631,657 naira only is for debt. 300
House, the joint sitting by Mr. President on the 19th of December, 2025. And he described as sustainable. It's only a process of promoting growth. It's very challenging, difficult, painful. And that is what we're going through at the moment. And it can be more painful if you inherited distorted. Nobody has ever promised that the journey to restructuring and repositioning and refocusing our political economy will not be painless. Nobody has ever made that promise. In making Nigeria a better place, the same Nigerians who were here since Shagari, Obasanjo, Jonathan, Buhari, who precipitated the situation that was inherited. So them to do the right things at all times. Mr. Speaker, statistics can be good. Sometimes they can mislead, sometimes they may not reflect our dreams and hopes, but we can't run away from statistics. So we say that the economy before the 2026 budget grew by 3.98%, a decent figure compared to many other countries in developing countries. That inflation is down to 14.45%, down from about 25%. The non-oil revenues increased, exports grew, and direct foreign investments expanded. And I think we all see the activities of the president from one country to the other in the midst of winter, trying to sign deals, reach understanding with other countries. And I think the recent visit to Turkey is an example. And I will encourage my colleagues to Google Turkey. You will discover it's one of the most developed countries in Europe. Unfortunately, it doesn't get credit. And it gets more international visitors, more international investment than many countries in Europe, including Britain, France, and Belgium. So Turkey is a good country that we can partner with in many ways to improve our own economy here. The Naira has remained stable. This we cannot argue. Go and check the figures. We promised in the last budget to bring it down to 1,400. From over 1,800, it is there at 1,400 today as we speak, and has been in that range for well over some time. This is credit to the money. And we have not printed a single Naira since this government came into office. No abuse internally. And to that extent, it has helped us to stabilize the Naira. Our external reserves is at an all-year, 7-year high of $47 billion US, sufficient to provide over 10 months of inputs. We're committed to ensuring that these promises are actualized because it is in our collective interest and the interest of our people. What then are our expectations of 2026 budget as presented? Total revenue expectation, 34.33 trillion. Revenue expectation. Expenditure, 5 trillion. Of commitment to sustainable development, where your capital is higher than recurrent. So what you find in many instances is recurrent outweighs capital expenditure, most of the $4, 64.85. And we hope we can keep up to that. If you look at the budget breakdown, I won't bore you with all the distinguished colleagues. This is a budget, it's a promise, it's expectations, it's a dream of the government and security of our women and children, the bedrock of the Nigerian nation state. So I invite you, my dear colleagues, to support this budget as presented and to keep hope alive and recommit that we have an opportunity to join the government, we're part of the government, to join the executive in this budget of consolidation, renewed resilience, and shared prosperity. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to anchor my introduction of the conversation here and let my colleagues.
You put the question? You all know 25, so introduction of this budget, we can go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you, Prof. You have carried the day. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation. The total sum of 58,472,628,944,103,856 naira only is for statutory transfers. 15,909,361,631,657 naira only is for debt service. 15,251,538,827,423 naira only is for the current non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 23,214,347,381,824 naira only is for contribution to the Development Fund for a capital expenditure for the year ending 31st December 2026. Second reading.
Thank you. This bill is referred to the Committee on Appropriation, with all standing committees as subcommittees of the Committee on Appropriation for further legislative action. The second order of the day is a motion on recommittal of clauses 3 sub 4, 82 and 87 sub 2 4, 87 sub 3 5 of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. This report is stepped down by the leave of the House because I was made to understand that the report is not ready for circulation to members. And all the others? Are there others that are ready? You can. Okay, I've been made to understand that both second order and consideration of reports, which goes to third order, fourth order, and could not be possible because the reports are not ready. So this in mind, honorable colleagues, it's my pleasure to invite the leader of the House to move for the House to adjourn plenary.
Thank you, our very dear, wonderful Speaker. I'm Professor Julius Ihonvere, CON, DSSRS.
What is it for them? We are adjourning for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. If you don't have the exact dates, we'll get later that the House will adjourn for 2 weeks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is my pleasure to move that the House do adjourn plenary for 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks is the prayer of the leadership led by the Speaker, that you see no evil, you speak no evil, and you meet no evil. And after 2 weeks, we'll reconvene plenary at this venue, 11 a.m., to serve the nation. I so move.
The minority, Honorable Gaza.
Right Honorable Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I rise to second the motion that we adjourn for 2 weeks to consider the budgetary.
For budget defense. Thank you very much. God bless us all.